I'm sure you all heard of the Tylenol situation. This will be part review and an expansion of your education. When a virus comes into your body or a bacteria, what that virus or bacteria wants to do is to make a home inside of your body. You become the host, you become the hotel, and they want to get in there and take resources from you so that they can multiply. So this is a virus. When it comes inside of your body does not want it to replicate. But that's the goal of a virus or a bacteria, is to replicate over and over and over again. And your body's response to that is to say, no, 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 we can't have replication. Your body turns the temperature up. That's called a fever. When your body raises the heat, the higher the heat, the less the virus or the bacteria can replicate. That's why it raises your bodily temperature. When the body's temperature is going up, it's doing it for a reason, to stop the replication of the bacteria or the virus. So studies have shown that when you give somebody an anti-inflammatory, meaning let's move the temperature of the body down, it's going to prolong the condition. So you're just going to be sick longer. Will you feel more comfortable during that time? Yes. Do I agree that if you take an aspirin or a Tylenol or, whatever anti-inflammatory, you're going to feel better? But are you going to get better? No, you're just kicking the can down the road. So here's the other part that I don't think people understand, that when the body temperature goes up, it increases your own natural immunity to create antibodies and antivirals. So what this picture shows is your own body system down here. And these are to represent, this is a little antibiotic that your body made itself. And this is a little antiviral that the body made itself, because the higher the temperature, the easier for your body to make these antibodies or antivirals. So you see the benefit. The higher the temperature goes, the less replication of the infection and the higher antibodies and antivirals. Do you see what a beautiful system the body has created?
That temperature gets up over 100, 101, 102, 103. Now you got all kinds of other issues that have been created because that temperature is so high.
That is incorrect, which is why we're doing this. The body temperatures of children is actually higher than adults. How many of you have ever experienced that with kids who actually swim in swimming pools that are so cold, and you're like, dang, it's too cold for me, but the kid jumps in and has a great old time? Because children's bodies run at a higher temperature for a reason. There's a lot going on in a child's body, that they're growing a lot of stuff at one time. That's why children run hotter than older adults. As we get older, our temperature starts to go down. When you're in your 80s, things are slowing down. When you're 8 years old, things are ramping up. So this fallacy of 102 temperature or 101 is incorrect. This is why we're where we're at today, about how the medical industry has over-medicated people based on the fact that they're not understanding how the human body works. It is perfectly natural for you to have a high temperature so you can kill off disease and then feel better. When should you worry? Headache. You shouldn't worry about that. It doesn't feel good, but don't worry about a headache. Why do you get a headache? Typically, when you get a headache, it's more our own fault. It's because we're dehydrated. Body aches, that's what this represents. Don't worry about body aches. Don't worry about shivering, being cold. Don't worry about an increased heart rate. I think you guys are going to be shocked that I said that. Think about what the body's doing. It's wanting to pump all the lymphatic system faster to get where it needs to go to take care of the bacteria or the virus. You would never pull the brakes on the cop that's coming to take care of you if something bad is happening to you. But that's what we do in the medical industry. We give drugs to slow down the immune system with cold feet and cold hands. These are all normal things that will go on when you have a virus or a bacteria. Why would you have cold hands and feet? They're the extremities. The body is putting what it needs to the core so that it can heal. It doesn't need to warm up your toes and your feet because that's irrelevant at this moment. So this is where it comes back to your pee. If your grandchild has a fever. You just have to make sure that kid is doing two things. Same for adults, okay? Whether you're an adult or whether you're a child, it is perfectly fine as long as your child or yourself is peeing every 6 to 8 hours. And you have to be drinking fluids. And when I say fluids, I mean just regular water, not Pedialyte. You know what those things have? Sugar. What does sugar do? It feeds bacteria. So what you want to make sure of is that child is drinking water. If you want to know the healthiest water to drink, I made a video on that, and there'll be a link at the end of this video or in the description below. Brian, going back to the number, here's what's more important, not the number, it's the days. If that fever lasts more than 3 days, okay, now it's time to be concerned. As long as you're able to drink fluids and pee. So if it's a baby, you check the diaper. If that diaper doesn't get wet within 6 to 8 hours, then it is a possible problem that you should go see the pediatrician. But here's the one in the middle. I'm not hungry. How many people get all upset when a kid doesn't want to eat? Why does little Johnny not want to eat when he's sick? Because the body doesn't want to waste energy digesting food. Little Johnny's going to have enough in his fatty liver to take care of him for a few weeks. He doesn't need to eat. A fatty liver with 1 pound of extra fat there, you won't even see it on little Johnny, but it's there because Mother Nature's not stupid. During COVID, because my father comes from the bodybuilding community, he kept forcing himself to eat because he kept saying, I got to eat something. I'm not going to get better until I eat something. What do you think happened to my dad after he ate? He threw up.
Figure out something that's going to give me some relief. Give me
Okay, here's one thing you can do. If the fever is bothering you, I would say a room temperature bath with Epsom salts. Why the body creates a fever. It creates a fever to burn it out from the inside and sweat out the toxins to the outside. For a child, if they're sweating, that is a good sign. Just keep changing the sheets. The skin is the largest organ. And if it's going to detoxify, that's a great way to do it. If you're having a natural fiber on top of a body, that's good. But if that comes from Walmart, made in China of polyester, that's a problem. It's not going to breathe. Silk is a breathable material. Cotton is a breathable material. Wool is a breathable material. Cashmere is a breathable material. In the medical industry, a virus means your own body's immune system has to kill it. If it's a bacterial infection, there exists a drug that will kill that bacteria.
So it's starve a fever, feed a cold.
Yes, but you shouldn't be starving a fever. Your body should tell you, hey, we're not hungry.
Yeah.
It's a lot of difference in mindset because of the medical industry. It's a knee-jerk reaction to give them a Tylenol or acetaminophen or any kind of pain reliever. And Brian, I'm going to go back to you. When you said, but I don't like feeling all those things, you can alleviate the symptoms, but ride it out longer, or you can buckle up and ride it and be healthier faster.
Well, that's fine for an adult that understands that, what you're doing, but for a kid, they don't understand that. Why they're in pain and you're not doing anything as a parent to help them.
That the kids that are born, maybe the last 5 years, they're being born so jacked up because their mothers are so unhealthy. Insulin resistance is so problematic that it has caused so many women to give birth to children that are horribly weak. That's a whole nother conversation. Our generation is healthier than the younger generation. If you learned something from this, give me a thumbs up. Never underestimate the intelligence of your human body. It's doing everything it can to help you, and sometimes you just need to know how to get out of your own way.